Who are you going to call? Banishers, apparently, because that's what I'm here today to do, ladies and gentlemen. Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden. I'm here as part of the GamerGuildTV channel for my final playthrough, most likely, in recent times, of this fantastic game. I've played through it completely in its entirety, and I'm here now for a Platinum Trophy cleanup. That's right, I have one trophy left to get in this third-person action-adventure game, where you basically follow the tale of two lovers lost in the 16th, 17th century of New England, out there on the coast of North America in a very unprecedented state, as their job role is Banishers, where essentially they're the Ghostbusters of the 16th century, 17th century. We'll get into that. But yes, thank you very much for tuning in. This is a members exclusive video for now. Thank you for checking it out. Thank you for supporting the channel. But if you are here after the fact, I'm here to play through this entire game for its platinum run. As I said, I've got one trophy left to get. Let's have a look at what said trophy is, just to make sure. I'm being nice and clear here. Banishers, Ghosts of New Eden, here we are. All trophies, the non-earned trophies. There we go, we've got two left to go. Death is a Journey. Spoilers. Successfully bring, I mean, it's all over the trailers and promotional art, so successfully bring Antea back to life, and Master Banishers, which is unlock all the trophies. So that's what I'm here to today, is play through that. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe, ring that bell so you're kept in the loop of all the other content we do here, like these kind of first looks, platinum runs, multiplayer content, live streams, our weekly podcast, the GamerGuild Podcast, where myself, Richie and Rob get together to round up all the video game news here on YouTube and up there on podcast platforms in the digital clouds. But yeah, I'm here basically. I've got some time to sit down, chill, enjoy the game, enjoy the story at a pace which isn't platinum digging and trophy hunting, I guess, for all little collectibles and side missions. This is going to be very much a straight run, from a sprint, as you will, from start to finish, as I get my platinum trophy. So let's dig into it and see what this is all about. Running on the PlayStation 5, of course, not an exclusive, but it feels like it almost is. It's one of those games from Don't Nod, amazing developers. If you've ever played Life is Strange, that's the type of rich character story you're getting into here. As I said, I'm going for a new game. I am going to play it on story, because all these difficulties, they crank up, they change things, they increase combat. This has to be the quickest run, because as I said, I've already put 40-50 hours into this game to get it to a point where I'm ready to go for that platinum run. So let's go story, let's focus on the story, and yeah, see where we get to. I don't know how long the stream's going to go for. It's probably going to be broken up into a few segments across maybe a week or two as I chip away at it. But yeah, here we go. Focus Entertainment, of course, maybe popular for the Plague Tale series. That's probably the biggest franchise that they publish at the moment, and this is, for me, it's another absolute home run in terms of story, character,
Madam,
graphics,
sir,
gameplay.
The ship lies at anchor off New Eden. A tender stands at your disposal.
And I will be quiet through these parts, so hopefully you can enjoy the story, as long as I do.
I dreamed of clouds, great long fluffy bastards, low over the sea.
I dreamed of the abyss, in the darkest reaches of the deepest ocean.
A good day to you, my love.
And a good day to you, too.
Are we in New England?
Welcome to America.
Something's bothering you.
Charles's letter.
What of it?
The ghost must be uncommonly dangerous, or he would banish it himself.
And we shall charge him double.
I'm serious. If the Reverend needs help, this can be no easy business. Red, you best be ready.
I'll be careful, Master Duarte. Your apprentice stands ready to serve. Come on, Antea, we need to go. I need to be.
Rory McWraith, gallant to the last.
Life to the living, death to the dead.
Consider our lovers, Antea and Red, the greatest banishers I ever knew. Life to the living, we say, and death to the dead. It is not so simple. Since the dawn of humanity, the dead have lingered. Dead as alive, we are complex and emotional beings. Many and tangled are the ties that bind. Since the beginning of memory, banishers have fought to sever those ties. Death is but a trifle. It comes to us all. To haunt or be haunted. There lies the true horror. I, Charles Davenport, should know it. The haunting of New Eden scared me to death. I dearly wish I had not begged my friends to come and lift the curse.
New Eden, June 7th, 1695.
If this is June, I'd hate to see January. I'd wanted to freeze my backside off in the summertime. I'd have stayed in Scotland.
Very true.
London wasn't much better.
Nope.
Look
certainly
at
wasn't.
it. It's cold as a bishop's arse. And twice as white. I don't mind saying it, I'm very disappointed.
Charles wasn't lying. New Eden is cold as death. You may well be disappointed.
Life to the living, death to the dead. It's one of my standout
You'd better be at the
initial
tavern.
impressions.
With
It's
a
just
hot
graphically,
grog.
game's
Or
gorgeous.
two.
Absolutely gorgeous. So story premise as well, it's quite intriguing already. I know on the channel recently we spoke about the Order 1886 and it has that kind of vibe. It's got like a gothic horror tinge to it.
I think I weary of
Interesting,
long-bowling sea
two
voyages
protagonists,
against
a little bit of
faraway
humour
lands.
sprinkled
I can't
in.
remember the last time we did something else than work.
After this, we should set sail somewhere warm and safe. The dead don't linger.
No such place. But it's not a bad idea.
Where the dead don't linger. So we've got a Scottish protagonist as well. We've got Antea, who we'll find out where she comes from later in the game. But yeah, little difference in it. But you'll see as the gameplay unravels this type of game we're looking at, basically. I will say as well, am I supposed to pick that up? Possibly. It's
think we can
been
get through
many
here.
hours since I've
Sure.
done this section,
Let's
so
go traipsing
forgive
through
me
the
if I
rotten,
seem a little
falling
bit
down house.
lost. But at the same time, there are elements of this that I'm probably going to avoid, skip through, go past, because I have played this
Looks
several
steady
times
enough.
over.
Antea.
Yeah, I'm coming. And even though we are in the 1600s, I am joined today by an Iron Brew 1901. Saw this on the shelves.
Watch out!
Oh, watch out, careful. Original recipe.
Ugh.
How many years off are we from
me,
this?
you
So
know
we're a good
well.
200 years off this being
Keep
invented.
going. I'll find a way to meet
Yes.
up with you.
But it's
Over the
yeah, I saw a
apprentices.
video talking about it and it reminded me of it basically thinking like, actually I haven't had a cold crisp iron brew in ages. So shout out to Rory McWraith or Red McWraith, our protagonist in this game, and shout out to Iron Brew. It's going to keep me energized throughout this live stream. Just like you fan folks at home watching along, thank you for all your comments, your likes, supporting the channel. our guild heroes, of course. The members of the channel will get this extra early and help me kick some ghost backside.
Petty fiend.
There we go. We've got light attacks. We've got heavy attacks. Again, it is story mode, so don't expect any challenge in these early parts, or even some of the medium parts.
Down there.
Just a sneaky wanderer. You?
Same, but I managed. Are these spectres watching the road?
Maybe. But are they keeping people outside town? Or are they keeping them in?
So you've got your typical Naughty Dog white and yellow indicators to show you where to go. The map functions quite well, all things said and done. Little collectibles like that you can see. Leather, plants, that comes into it later on in terms of your inventory. So we've got light attack, heavy attack.
Oh, more
You can hop over things, almost like God of War actually. There you go, he's fighting them down there.
Behind you!
Well, you dealt with him.
As easy as falling off a box.
Just like that. Yeah.
Tell how long these people are dead.
The original settlers, perhaps.
Whoever, this doesn't bode well.
Nope. We've got some more.
Down you
More
go.
little ghosty creatures. Banishment. Attacking with your weapons fills the banish gauge. When the banish gauge is full, press X to banish your target.
Time to leave for good.
Oh! Took a hit there. Alpha Wanderer.
Enough.
Cutting them down pretty easy here in the early stages.
That augurs badly for the case.
Situation's worse than you thought.
Let's wait to hear what Charles has to say.
Yes, Charles.
Empty docks in a
What have you
growing
got to
settlement.
say?
Never a good sign. Other town selectmen sitting on their arses.
Isn't that what selectmen do? When we get to town, we may need to split up
L3
to cover
sprint.
more ground.
Got that one covered.
You may
There's
count
your
on
Plague
most
Tale
responsible student,
rats.
Banisher cadaver.
Crossover.
We'll
Maybe.
see if you remember some of your teaching.
I can't remember
you're
when
up for
Plague
it.
Tale is set.
Always.
I think it might be a century or so before. But no, I guess they have weapons and so it might be actually very similar time frame.
Welcoming committee.
Let's find the inn. Let's find Charles.
the inn indeed.
It'll be good to see Charles and Esther again.
Area of
We should
investigation.
a lecture on the sanctity of marriage.
You reach the location. So this is quite cool as well. They have like little talks.
Esther
Dialogue
wouldn't
prompts
dare.
pop up throughout.
And we don't need a piece of paper to keep us together.
Aye, I remember you telling her.
And one of the things that intrigued me about this game early doors is the investigation element. So a lot of the side missions, side quests, side stories, they lead you to investigation areas where, similar to a Batman Arkham style, you've got to find clues, you've got to piece together dialogue between characters and really kind of solve the puzzle as opposed to just walk around. So here, there's the inn, it's up this way. So you've got pretty much free roam with these little mini pocket worlds. I'd guesstimate each map area is kind of similar to the Tomb Raider reboot games, where
be
they're
the
quite open world, but they have a lot of kind of like scope in between them to browse around, wander, explore, find secrets, weapons, that kind of thing.
Charlie, we're here. Your prayers are answered. Pour us a drink.
Finally.
Banisher, please come in. As it is cold, your serving woman may sit while we talk.
I'm the help. She's the boss. You're not Charles.
My name is Antea Duarte. This is my partner, Red McWraith. Good day to you, sirs, madam. Now, Where's Charles?
Minister Davenport said help was on its way. I assumed...
Keep digging, Fairfax. Good day. Pennington, captain of the train band. This here is Thick-Skinned Newsmith. We're the selectmen.
What's left of us? Why is Charles not here?
We're sorry for your loss. We'll do what we can for his widow.
The Reverend is dead. When? How?
A terrible tragedy. Though our faith sustains us, we are still very much in shock.
Our shock at Reverend Davenport's killing is so great that we must sit here in comfort, losing precious time.
As governor of the colony of New Eden, it is my responsibility...
Look at us, sat here waiting to meet the same fate. We could all be miles away by now. You lot do what you want. I intend living.
The esteemed select woman can be brusque. Forgive her, and rest assured that her aptitudes far outweigh her manners, or lack thereof.
Her point still stands, Fairfax. Sitting here, doing nothing, we are as lambs to the slaughter.
The Banishers are here. Surely with their expertise we may yet prevail.
Then I shall leave you in your expertise in ghosts and devils to find out. My expertise in blood and battle is of little use. Mistress Duarte, if I can be of service, yous may visit me at home. On the other side of the street, as it were.
Well, Governor, shall you leave or shall you stay?
For myself, I'll stay. Our company has suffered terribly. But we are worth saving. And now that you are here, save it we shall. Please, accept my sincerest condolences for the loss of your friend. We feel the loss of our minister so very keenly. Charles Davenport was a man of great knowledge and devotion. The pride, indeed, of New Eden. It discommodes me greatly to remember how we found his body in the cemetery. Indeed, it distresses me yet further to tell you that we do not know what so tragically cost him his life.
What do you think happened?
What do you think happened?
I could guess, to little use. It is evident, however, that Charles's unexpected death is linked to his investigation of the curse. In the minister's absence, I try, in all humility, to protect us all, body and soul, from our ongoing peril. You see, in my youth, I too was something of a demonologist. Rather a good one, if I say so myself.
We're not demonologists, and neither was Charles. Is his widow Esther taking visitors?
The widow Davenport is at home, and does not much venture out. Her house overlooks the dock. I offered Charles a home with a view across a pretty meadow, but he refused. He preferred the village life. Speak to her, if she'll see you. But she knows no more than we do about how her husband died.
About the curse.
What can you tell me about the curse?
I can tell you that it has been our misery for many long months now. And I can tell you that it worsens by the increments. First, there was pestilence and disease. Then came the nightmares. Then came madness. In the end came death. And death remains. But in all honesty, I think the weather is the worst part. This never-ending winter hangs heavy on us all. Worse yet, it traps us here.
What do you think caused the curse?
In my humble opinion, I'll point to the obvious. The abyss disgorges its spawn upon New Eden, bent on making God's poor creatures suffer. As to the nature of the demon, that's what we're paying you to find out. Our late friend Charles faced a Herculean task and acquitted himself with honor. You will have to do far better than that, I'm afraid.
Our contract stands.
If you'll have it, yes. Our contract stands for Charles.
All right. For Charles. Thank you. We have what we need.
Then I wish you success. By my instruction, a room is prepared for you in the old schoolhouse. I'll be here if you need me.
Right then, meet Esther Davenport at her house, which is Charles's wife. So, big expedition done there to start things off.
Those accursed sea storms. If only we'd been here earlier.
No. But as Charles would say, another day, another soul to save.
These people have no idea what they're up against.
They certainly do not. So, as I said, big exposition dump there. And basically, yeah, we have Antea and Red here. They are our Banishers. They've been summoned by their friend Charles, who was the minister of New Eden. Kind of the priest, the parisher, and he summoned them here to basically help get rid of this curse. Unfortunately, Charles has succumbed to the curse in some way. He's seemingly dead, and they've arrived in New Eden, and the characters we met there, basically they run this town. You've got to remember the new frontier, the new world, back in this time. Very little to be understood. There was a lot of kind of like witch hunt trials, religion, everyone trying to find their place in the new world. For not only land and, you know, the entire history of all that, pilgrims and whatnot, Newfoundland. But in terms of this game, the characters we met there, the governor of the town of New Eden, Fairfax Haskell, what a name. We had Pennington, who's the kind of army commander. He has the fort. We had Thickskin Newsmith, who was the kind of rough-looking lady who went out with the rifle, kind of worked up and angry. She's the kind of hunter who looks after the, I guess, food intake. The defences, I guess, in a way, similar to the commander, so they're very, very similar. And we're about to go meet Charles's wife. But the great thing with this is the characters, the story development, as typical Don't Nod fashion. We'll go through and we'll learn about them in a story. As I said, go play through the game if you really want to get the in-depth knowledge, because there's so many talking points. I'm going to be skipping over like kind of the additional conversations and just stick to the main story threads for time reasons. But you'll still be able to get a good gist of what's going on and how things are playing out.
Antea, Red.
Antea's the master, as we point out there in that horrible racist moment. But yeah, she's the master. Red's her apprentice, typical Jedi apprentice kind of setup. But they are in fact lovers as well at the same time. So the apprentice has not become the master; they've in fact became lovers. Now let's find out what happened to poor Charles.
I barely slept for fear you would not come.
It's obviously happened quite recently. Everyone seems in shock still in the town that the minister's dead.
Would God even allow me to drag you into these dark times?
Esther, you're not alone now. We're here.
I'm so sorry we didn't get here on time. Truly.
I know. Charles kept saying it. Have faith. They will come. If only he had kept his faith himself.
What happened to him?
Poor Charles. Just one more victim of the curse of New Eden. You know how he is. Was. Restless. Impatient. It's not that he gave up on you, his friends, but that he could wait no more. I believe he tried to lift the curse. I too have questions, but I have no answers. Nor do I now have a husband.
Is there anything we should know about?
Lord, deliver me, for I cannot endure this. I cannot endure it, and Charles does not deserve it.
Anything at all, Esther. Please.
I have felt Charles present about the house. His ghost lingers. He needs help.
If he's here, I promise I will know no rest until he has his.
You can count on us.
We'll start with the house.
Charles's papers are gathered in his office. Take what you need.
Thank you, Esther.
So as I said, this is where typical Life is Strange, Don't Nod style is. You can go and you can ask more questions about like the relationship with other characters, how were things before the curse, what's going on, pry a little bit more. You don't need to always do that, it just gives you a lot more story context. So my initial playthrough, I played through with my wife and we talked about every granular detail you possibly could do. It makes great if you want to play this with one of your partners as well. Works fantastic for that because you do bounce a lot of like the moral systems, the relationship dynamics, the investigation elements. It's really good to sit there and just go back and forth with what's right, what's wrong, what you suspect, who you suspect, and gathering hints and stuff about the inhabitants of New Eden kind of works really, really well. So you can see here something like we're going to have to pick up bits of information like this. Stuff that's relevant, stuff that's not relevant.
Could you find nothing better?
But
these days I lack the heart to play.
And the characters,
I believe you brought your pianoforte to New England.
It cost a fortune. But you cannot part a pianist from their beloved keys.
You can inspect things and you get like little dialogue options coming as well. So things like this, letters from Charles, again, great to get context. I'm not going to read through them on this live stream. We'd be here
I didn't know Elmer
hours
and
longer.
Charles were still in touch.
The St. Paul Brotherhood is a tie that binds. Charles was so eager to continue his research here in New Eden. If only we had known what would befall us. Where are you staying, my dears?
The governor had a room.
Have you received other visitors?
Most dare not leave their homes. Although Mr. Bachelor came to see me.
Mr. Bachelor.
That was nice of him.
So again, you don't need to inspect everything, but you can. It adds context and such. But now you can see him upstairs.
Charles is still here, and Esther is completely distraught.
I'm into a investigation area,
and now he's back, a ghastly figure. It must be unbearable.
A ghastly figure. So yes, in this world, this kind of, I know I joked at the beginning about Ghostbusters, but that's essentially what happens. Is if someone passes away, they can lead to a haunting where they can essentially linger for a reason. So if they've got like ties that bind them to another human or a particular event, they can kind of cling on to our world until the Ghostbusters, aka the Banishers, come in and banish them and let them ascend. Scribbled Bible verses, let's see. Bed shall not comfort me, scariest dreams, soul being strangled, she comes to me in my dreams.
Charles's notes mention Job, chapter 7, verses 13 to 15.
I'll look for that reference.
Red, you dropped something.
Let's pick it up then. What do all these dreams have in common? Are they the promise of a doomsday or a nightmare coming? Visions, foreshadowing. Is someone behind this? Who is the real target, and what is the what is the anger to burst forth? I need to know how it gets in our heads. Sleep no longer offers rest, and I cannot perdure. Lots of ye old English words in this game too.
Ramblings. Charles was worried about the curse plaguing the settlers' dreams.
Ah, map of the new world.
How malicious is this curse, tormenting people in their beds?
So you can see there now. So now we've found kind of clues. This is where the investigation element comes in. So think like Telltale as well. You can see there, got a hint. Charles was worried about the influence that the threatening spirits had on the settlers in his dreams. And then as we do more investigation works, you can see things become obtained, and then the character or characters attached to this particular investigation, we get their basic backstory more fleshed out as well. And then Chronicles, this is basically the flow of the timeline, the main story of the campaign. Evolution we haven't got to yet. There's our inventory, so some of the little pieces we've acquired so far, a couple of letters, collectibles, key quest items, that sort of thing. Then there's the map of New Eden Town where we've wandered around so far, and we'll get to the wider world as we leave.
When I first met...
There you go, map of the new world.
I was drunk. He pretended not to notice.
Investigate the bedroom. Nothing happened in there. What a crime. To quote Bill Murray. My dearest sister, Charles is dead. I cannot tell from left. I cannot tell which day is this, and how long ago my dear Charles departed. My world has come undone. So just Esther writing to her sister.
Esther couldn't attend Charles's burial.
Poor woman. That's terrible for her. God,
Esther never got to say farewell to Charles.
I could have made him manifest.
Now that we know why he might be back, we should go investigate the cemetery where he was found.
There we go. So, as suspected, there's something up to it, and apparently his wife never got a chance to attend her funeral.
Are you leaving already?
Yep.
We need to investigate the cemetery.
What will you do for my Charles?
If he's present, we'll find him. Then we'll ask him what he wants us to do.
Must I see him too?
First, let's find out what happened. After that, we'll see.
Best get started. Time may be against us.
You be alright?
I doubt it, but I'll do my work all the same. We came here to help Charles and help Charles with Charles. Ask around. See what people will tell you. I'll go to the cemetery and do the same. Be careful.
Aye. You too.
Okay then. So we can open the map. And ironically enough, I've played through this entire game, and the way I've always got to the map was pressing the touchpad and bringing up the map that way. Never did I know I could just press left. Crazy. So we've got landfall, investigate the cemetery. Here we go then. Nope, can't go that way. So you can talk to people, you can interact with people in the town. Speak to them, so I can go up to like this random lady here. Just go, hey.
You'd be one of the Banishers then? Come too late. I'm sorry. But if poor Minister Davenport mentioned your name, I have forgotten it.
Antea Duarte. You may happen upon my companion, Red McGrath, about the place.
Of course. I'm Lisbeth O'Hara. The Minister said you'd have questions. Well?
So we can ask Elizabeth O'Hara questions, or we can just leave. Typical like RPG. What do you know about Charles? What do you do here? Do you have bad dreams as well? So we'll ask one for the sake of this, but I won't be interacting with all villagers.
Minister Davenport
Done that, been there.
said many here had unpleasant dreams. He suspected they were part of the curse.
You are a curious character indeed, mistress. My dreams, good or bad or otherwise, are my own business, and so they shall remain.
Everyone's kind of closed off because of this kind of darkness.
You may have your time back, with my thanks.
Well, thank the Lord for that.
So you saw in the main town hall, everyone was basically saying that the kind of weather, it's been winter for seasons. This is spring, summertime, and yet it's dreary and glum. So there's definitely something up with the town. Let's investigate the cemetery.
A wisp. So close to town.
It's Ori in the
Where
Will of the
are you
Wisps.
leading me?
Nope. So press circle to dodge, twice to roll. Comes in handy. So you've got, like, in terms of combat, yeah.
More of you?
Let's use our banishing spell. So that's kind of your power. You've got block. See what that looks like. There you go. And parry.
No one is safe here.
And then you've got little collectibles afterwards. Usually they drop things like spectral dust. Sometimes they drop coins if they're not spectres. They're actual like physical manifestations. But you can see things like this.
Most of these people died fighting. Someone didn't want them here.
It's got your atypical third-person mechanics, I would say. You're not talking like Dark Souls levels of mechanics, but there's enough in there to give you comfortable similarities. Mushrooms or a hoof fungus. As a Banisher, you can feel places or objects that have been marked by a ghost. When in close proximity to these elements, your Bane rings, on the fingers, triggered and light up with an orange aura. Walk around to find the source. So that's kind of like your heads up. There is something in the area.
I've seen more graves here than I've met settlers.
So investigate. Looking for Charles. Looking for interesting things. Crows lead me over here. What's this? Charles Davenport. How did Chris conveniently find the tombstone?
Why didn't you wait for us, old friend? I swear I'll make it up to you.
Obviously, my first time I did a whole lap around the cemetery looking for collectibles and things to pick up. Find the nearby spectral mark. There it is.
A memory lingers here. I might be able to reveal it.
Perform a ritual. So this is another cool introduction. So rituals. Memories of the dead linger here. To reveal them, you must gather the necessary resources. So to perform a resurrection ritual, essentially, I need some pyrite. I've collected that. But I need some seashore candles for this particular area.
If I mix the stones I found earlier with seashore candle, that might do it.
Seashore candle. Where does one find seashore candle? My guess is by the seashore. Now, when I played through this the first time around, I pretty much found everything that I needed to. I was never like short on resources. I never struggled to find it. I think some early parts of the game, when you haven't explored that much, yes. But you can see here, collectibles. And there's some boosts you get later on, which kind of give you like double inventory. Oh, hang on a minute. Gotta deal with these.
Call this a fight?
Deal with them. Get back up to the ritual site. There we go. So now, Banishers can perform rituals. The nature of the site determines which ritual should be performed. Performing a ritual consumes resources. To reveal memories, you need to perform a hearkening ritual. You can see there we've got hearkening, reveals an echo. So that's your Batman Arkham style, like it plays back what happened based on the item. So if I'd like stab someone with a knife and we analyze the knife with the hearkening ritual, it would show me going, come at you, stab, 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 dead, that kind of thing. Obviously a lot more detailed. We've got make manifest, forces a ghost or a spectre to appear. So that's if they're in the local area and we can maybe force them to show themselves. And we've got summon a scourge, which we'll get to later on. Let's see, so hearkening, reveal an echo. Show me what we're missing.
In each stain hides a story.
In the name of the Lord, I command you. Be gone from this place!
You do not command me, clergyman.
Who are you, ghost? Unveil yourself!
Well, since you ask so politely.
Who are you?
I am everything you've ever feared.
Be gone! You have no shell, no ties, no purpose.
No, but neither do you.
Damn it. That thing he faced. What was it?
So if we go to Charles now, we can see there, facing the terrifying entity threatening New Eden, Charles Davenport's heart gave out. I mean, it looked like he was kind of like skewered with some kind of ethereal thing, but... And you can see there as we back out, you get a bit more background. So there's a fair bit of reading if you want to go into it. Let's see, what was that? What was he holding on to when he died? Charles's Bible. Charles's Bible found half buried in the mud of the cemetery. It's open at Job 7:13-15. 13. When I say my bed shall comfort me, my couch shall ease my complaints. Thou shalt scarest me with dreams and terrifiest me through visions, so that my soul chooseth strangling and death rather than my life. This tie is doused with the essence of Charles's ghost. After a closure performed by Antea, the bond between the ghost and the world will be severed for good. Okay.
The tie that binds his ghost. With it, I can make him manifest. Back to his grave, then.
Alright, so now we've got the kind of item that binds Charles to the world still, which was his Bible he was clinging to at the end. We can return to where his body is. You can see here, there's his grave. Perform a ritual. Now, we're not doing a hearkening because we're not looking for an echo. We want to perform a make manifest ritual to force a ghost or a spectre to appear. But you need the binding item.
Now is a good time
so
for
the
we
knife,
old
the
friends
book,
to talk.
the memory.
We've come too far, Red and I, not to see you one last time. Your pupil has become the master. If we fight, I'll beat you.
So Antea was previously Charles's apprentice. Again, very like Jedi Master kind of setup there. She's gone on, explored the world. Here we go.
Come on, Charles. Join me now. I know you're here. I know you're here. You know me, Ghost. I only wish to talk. Esther worries.
Antea. Here. At last. Oh, poor Esther. I'm so sorry, my friend. So sorry for us all.
What happened? What's going on here?
Sad to say, dear friend. I made a mistake. And it cost me my life. Is Red with you? There is no time to waste.
Before you died, you investigated the curse. What did you learn?
That our enemy is deceptive and merciless. That we should not underestimate its power.
We?
I am dead, dearest Antea. But I am a Banisher yet. I may still teach you.
If I allow you, which I do not.
Antea, do not repeat my mistakes. If a nightmare curses New Eden, you need all the help you can get. Its presence felt strongest in the meeting house. Perhaps the light of God there forced it to fight its ground.
I had the building closed. The worst of the malevolence is contained, but it won't stay locked up for long.
Okay, so the spirit is in the meeting house. We'll banish the ghosts and nightmares a myth. So they're not a myth, obviously. Why not wait for our help? Curse began. How did the nightmare kill you?
How did this nightmare kill you?
I believed that I could come to the cemetery and make it manifest. To my initial delight, it worked. I now suspect it came by choice. It seemed amused, as if it were a pleasant game to weigh my measure as a man.
What did it look like?
I don't know. When it manifested, it appeared as Esther. My dear Esther. I did not see its true face, but I heard a woman. Not Esther, someone else. She was laughing. I felt her gaze. My heart froze. I died. The spirit is vengeance pure. The ghost of one who was terribly wronged.
I've heard your warning. You can go.
No, I must remain. Esther needs my protection. My flock needs me too.
You know how this works. You know I won't allow that.
I am still myself, Antea. With time, I'll grow stronger. I can help you.
The longer you haunt Esther, the hungrier you'll be. You know this.
This is different. I'm the Reverend Charles Davenport, your friend and mentor. You know me. You know I am a good man.
I knew you. You were a good man. Now you are a ghost, and I cannot let that stand. But I swear it, the nightmare will end, and Red and I shall do the ending. Charles Davenport was a good man and a fine mentor.
And you a fine student, though you took a hard line. I never could unpick that from your character. Has life tempered you since?
Life has tempered my steel. Death and the manner of it has made you the very thing you once opposed. Goodbye, Charles. Peace on your soul. Remembrance on your...
Antea, wait.
Wait for what? We're banishers. Death to the dead.
Let Esther choose for herself.
Oh.
Oh, Lord. Please don't ask me to do that.
Esther, my good wife, and the very best. I miss you so.
Oh, dear Lord. Charles, why are you here? Why have you come back? You must leave. Please.
I must stay. I must protect you. The thing in the meeting house feeds on our torment. I should have known better. I know better now.
Antea, give Charlie the ascent he deserves.
Charles Davenport, you have no reason to stay. Go. Let Esther grieve in peace.
Save her, my friends. And save yourselves. Save them all.
R.I.P. Charlie.
I'll walk Esther home.
I'll do it. The women can talk.
Then all the way to the schoolhouse and make the bed. Charles is at rest now. Antea, she gave him the care he needed.
Although she seems a bit distraught by the act. But he is at peace now. So that gives you a good idea of
My child.
what might happen in the game.
Where do you think he is now?
He's... I don't know.
I miss the warmth of his hands. His calm presence in our house. If I close my eyes, I can picture him. He's in a place where sunlight chases the snow away. It is warm and there is fresh milk. The sheets are cleaned and pressed and folded. Nothing can ever be the matter.
You're right. He's at peace, and you deserve to rest.
Classic video game, then starts running awkwardly. Well, that was a convenient shortcut back to their house. Couldn't have went out this way the first time to get to the cemetery. But clever video game design. Thank you, Esther.
I'm sorry. I'll miss him dearly. Tomorrow, we'll continue investigating the curse. Good night, Esther.
I am glad you are here. Both of you. We need you.
Right. There's Esther safely home. We can head out once again. So, poor Charlie, he's gone, he's done, he's bit the dust. He tried to fight the nightmare on his own. He wasn't strong enough. He was quickly put to rest. He lingered around to give us some tutorial guidelines of how we speak to the hauntings. But we've got a good overall idea of how things work now in the game. So let's go meet up with Red. So we can get onto this nightmare in the meeting house and see what's plaguing this poor innocent town of New Eden. New Eden schoolhouse discovered. The hell is that noise? A little didgeridoo. Rest. And the fireplaces act very much like they do in Tomb Raider, which is your kind of rest stops for upgrades, weapon tweaks, inventory checks, skills. Fast travel points, very important later on in the game.
We did the right thing. Charles was our friend.
I love you, Red McCraith.
But
when it comes to ghosts, your heart makes you reckless. It's dangerous.
were you really about to banish Charles?
Yes, I was. Well, she was about to banish Charles. That wasn't Charles. Charles would have done the same.
That wasn't Charles. That was the ghost of Charles.
Charles Davenport. Our oldest friend, the man who brought us together.
Our friend is dead. His ghost was a danger to his wife. Ghosts only bring misery, Red. Make no mistake. They steal life's essence from the living.
Aye. They don't always do it out of malice. Give them that.
So that's true. So yeah, a ghost can be obviously come back with malicious intent to haunt someone essentially, or a ghost could come back to care for someone or keep an eye over them or make sure that they're okay. But eventually, yeah, you are a dead spectre and you need some kind of source to keep you alive, and that drains on the living. Hence, death to the dead, and life to living. Yes, Brendan, I am indeed. So yes, it is a bit of a choose your own adventure game. Multiple endings. There's 2 endings as far as I'm aware. There might be a third one. I'm not too sure. Hence the reason for my final run here is I've finished it completely in one regard with my wife. playing through with the story and everything, and then now I'm pivoting over to getting the Platinum Trophy, which is the last one, which is the alternate ending. So hence this playthrough will be a little bit more streamlined, because I'm going to be skipping through some of the dialogue options rather than going through them all meticulously like I've done already. But thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it.
We are Banishers. We end suffering for those who live. We bring closure to those who don't.
A ghost may suffer too. A sin puts a gentler end to it.
But not a safer one. Better to banish and be sure.
Would you banish me? If it came to it?
You'll not escape me so easy. You I would bring back from the dead.
That's not funny.
I'd fill you with fresh essence. I'd give you so much essence you'd return bloated with life.
Steal essence from the living to feed my ghost. You wouldn't.
And then I'd kill you again.
I would. Then I'd kill you again for dying before I do.
Sometimes you scare me.
I know.
Do you think Charles was right? This thing in the meeting house could be how did he call it? A nightmare?
I really hope not. Such entities are legendary ghosts, even for Banishers. We'll see tomorrow. Now, to sleep. This was a dreadful day.
Oh, indeed. I appreciate the genuinely Scottish didn't he? But yeah, interesting that.
Poor Charles.
Lip syncing can do with a little
Esther.
bit more work. There's that dynamic of who's worse off.
Poor Esther.
Charles is done, but Esther has to linger in the world without a loved one. Who suffers the most? Here we go. Nightmare time. Spooky.
And Tia, she took her firebane. She says I'm the reckless one.
And now we've switched characters. Find and tear, death to the dead. I'll pick up a couple of things on the way. Quest started.
Where are you? You're hardly in the meeting house, are you?
There's a sight. Look at that. If you're ever looking for some Castlevania inspiration, look no further than a New England style meeting house on top of a cliff with a full moon and a spectral aura surrounding the whole thing. Again, great artistic design throughout this game. Really gives you a tone for and vibe for the setting.
Who's there? Antea?
The audio design's actually really good. It complements it.
Why would
really,
you go
really
up
well.
there alone?
Why would you go up there alone?
I'm hoping. Antea?
Nope. Got some spectres.
Aye. Don't suppose you spectres have seen Antea?
Couldn't even get his joke out.
You're the boss and all, but you could have included me.
Oh, hang on a minute. Got an Alpha Wanderer. Pick up a couple of mushroom bits while I'm here.
Three blind mice, see how they run, see how they run. Run, red, run, see how they run, red. Run, red,
That's
run.
Antea.
Run, see how they run. Three blind mice, see how they run, see how they...
Antea?
Blind, all blind. Red, can't you see? We never stood a chance.
Antea, you hurt? Where are you? I'm here, my love. What happened?
I'm here, my love. How mundane.
Show yourself.
God came to the man in a dream and said, "Behold, thou art dead." But the man had done nothing wrong and said,
Lord, wilt thou also slay the righteous?
What?
Oh, shit.
"Will you slay the righteous?"
Be not alarmed. I bring you aid.
There is no aid. There is only dereliction.
Where's Antea? What have you done with her? Hellsballs. Lady, if you hurt her...
You cling to love, a fool to the last. There is no love. There is only defilement.
Ow. Oh, don't let her do that.
No.
Ouch. Gonna give you a headache. Hey Derek, hope you good, buddy? Yeah, it's a great game. This is my last trophy run I'm on, which is a full playthrough. So I'm right back at the start. It's interesting seeing the story play out from the beginning. Here's the nightmare.
Betrayer!
Oh.
I believe you failed!
Should get like a mini boss fight early doors.
There's no need to fight.
Where's she at? Oh, she's got little mini spectres.
Your lover will betray you too!
I always thought the voice of the nightmare in this part has almost got a like Kate Blanchett vibe from Lord of the Rings, playing Galadriel. Ouch. Oh shit.
Where's Antea? If you've laid a finger on her...
You'll what? Come to her aid? There is no aid. There is only... retribution.
Give him back.
How touching. You come to claim your man. You think you love him. You do not. There, in the dark of your marrow, there is no love. Only betrayal. I offer you a trade. He stays and you leave with your life.
I'll bargain with no ghost.
You have a brain, yet you think with your idiot heart. You're weak. Will you come to her aid now, when all is lost?
Drop.
If you do, I'll be waiting.
Boom. Title screen.
The icy ocean made a diamond from his grief, then buried it in his heart. The weight of his failure dragged him down. Outside time, drowning in the gloom, he spoke her name.
That's a cool opening slide.
Take me instead, he screamed, soundless, to the cold and silent waters. Out beyond the black veil of death, something heard his cries and reached for him.
Again, something about the team over at Don't Nod, just the way they write stories, the narrative design's just second to none. It's fantastic. It's up there with the likes of Naughty Dog for me.
Let her go!
Yeah, we've essentially just had that Castlevania moment where we fight Dracula, or Alucard, and then we lose to him inevitably, and then the story now is going to build up towards our redemption.
Ah, you're awake.
Who are you?
She who rescued you. Tended you for days on end. Weeks, maybe.
Weeks? Oh, God. What have I done?
Get your strength back before you beat yourself up.
She's dead.
Yes. That's why you're here. And why I was sent to look after you.
Who are you? I feel like we've met, but I'm sure we have not. I feel like I know you forever. But do I?
You're confused. It's normal. You've been near killed by a nightmare, you've lost your beloved, and now you've a witch by your sickbed.
Witch?
A witch.
Witch. I go by Seeker. Find the Banisher, said my mistress. Tend him, and answer any questions he asks you before you leave him be. So, how do you feel?
Does it matter?
Of course it matters. Means you're alive, and you haven't given up.
What am I to do now?
What am I to do now? How do I do it alone?
You're not alone. Have faith. If Ceridian had told me more, I'd tell you it. But you must have faith.
This isn't what I wanted. Not like this. Not without her.
No one gets what they want. You get what comes. And if you survive, you get changed by it. You've a hole in you. A yawning, grimacing pit in your soul. That's love, that is. The hole won't fill because the love won't die.
God, what have I done?
Here's the thing. Unlike most, you get a second chance. I suggest you seize it.
Why do you aid me?
I serve my mistress. She bids me help you, so I help you. Ceridian says the wall between the living and the dead is under threat. You, it seems, have a part to play. This is mine.
You've lost me.
No, I found you. But so did your grief. And it demands to be felt. You may think you're done with your ghosts, Red McCraith. But they aren't done with you. I'll go now. Rest. Why ever my mistress saved you, she has good reasons. The best.
Where are you going?
Home. To Ceridian. She needs me.
Where shall I find you if, or when I need to?
Maya marshes. Great big swamps other side of the woods. You can't miss them. We'll know when you're coming.
Until we meet again, then.
That's right, Banisher. Now, turn around.
What?
I'm leaving.
Okay.
The hell?
And just like that, she was gone. So we've been out of it for a couple of days, maybe a week or so. We've lost Antea. I've been saved by somebody called Seeker. Who's brought me here. What's that? Inspect.
I don't know what this is, but I'm staying away from it.
Yeah, probably for the best. What have we got here? Origins of the Banishers. So that's one of the little collectibles there you get. Again, they'll just like history books and stuff. Ancient Greek, blah, 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 blah. To Mother Shipton. Ah, okay. Mother Shipton, that's interesting. A reference to Mother Shipton's cave in Yorkshire here. Banisher, if you read this, it means that 1, you have enough brain power to know your alphabet. 2, you've not resisted going through what I left behind. Typical video game stuff. And 3, you may take whatever you deem useful since my mistress wants you to live. We shall meet soon enough. Until then, Seeker. Basically telling us that this is a video game, and yes, you can loot pretty much any area that you find. A couple of bits of flour there. Them symbols, this is what indicates our campfire, so we look out for them. But here we are. Here we are. On the shores of New Eden, seemingly. Nowhere near where we started off. So let's get back to it. So we've lost Antea. There is a witch who deems me to be an important part of saving New Eden, it would seem. I'm abandoned on the shores. The ends of the earth. Find your way home. But yeah, shout out to everyone who's jumped in the chat. I saw Brendan, saw Derek there. Apologies for not saying more, gents, but just in the middle of a cutscene, I wanted to let it play out. Just in case anyone's watching it purely for the story. But yeah, great little game. Hope you're all having a good day, good week so far. I imagine I squeeze a little bit of time in for gaming here. So I'm taking the advantage.
Damn it. What am I doing here?
Is it the windy path or the windy path? What would we say? Let's say windy. Unless the wind picks up drastically in the next couple of minutes. Found some lilac. And I'll collect a little bit of these later on because they do help with some of the rituals, so I'll just be collecting as I go. This is the thing that reminds me of God of War. There's a little like animated jump over. Because you can't jump over in any way you want. It has to be like that set lunge. Hot. But tidy and tight all the same. So let's have a look where we are actually. See if we can tell. So this is the shore where we just washed up on down here. This is where we're heading to. But to zoom out, to give you a bit of context, there's New Eden over on the right. So that's where we began. That's where we were thrown out of the window by the nightmare over here. So I'm guessing we landed in the ocean, the Atlantic over here, and seemingly we've washed down the coast to here, where we were saved by Seeker and brought ashore. And this is the kind of journey we're going to go along through all this clouded fog.
God, fella, no, it's not the time.
There's wolves, so let's get to it. Yeah. Threat indicator. The threat indicator points to enemies that are out of sight. Different colours indicate different behaviours. Red, incoming. Orange, incoming projectile. And green, incoming possession.
Leave me. Come on, you mongrels.
Didn't pay too much attention to the indicators when I was playing the main game. I always try and proactively do quite a lot of dodging anyway. Blocking when you can. I mean, I'm playing it on story mode now, so I'm not expecting a great difficulty. There's level 2 skill point. So can we spend skill points yet? No, we can't. Keep that in the bag for now then. Yeah, this is the traversal where this is the parts that remind me a little bit very much of the Tomb Raider reboot, even like visually, climbing up scaling mountains, traversing areas from campsite to campsite, a little bit of climbing, lots of traversal over set objects and terrain. Here. Yes, you are. Bits like this, familiar. I think this is why the game resonated with me so well, because it is very much a PlayStation-esque third-person adventure game. And it just happens to have a fantastic story, a great premise. Die, Alpha Wolf.
Away with you!
What is happening? What?
Antea?
What the hell indeed?
This isn't happening. This can't be happening.
Antea? Call me to you.
Who am I?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I'm here. Lead me to you.
Uh-oh.
Spectres. Here.
Spectres all over the place. Probably because you stood in a waterfall.
Right here. My love. Right here. It's you. No!
So I think his Bane rings were about to banish her at that moment.
I have you.
You have me.
Oh, she does look a bit cold. Nope, she's gone.
No, don't go.
I'm here. Follow me.
Where are you going?
Over here. I have you.
I'm right here. Where are you?
There she is.
You seem weak. You need rest.
Don't all ghosts need rest? Spirits?
I feel hollow.
Eternal rest?
Do not be troubled.
How could I not be? To have lost you and found you like this.
I love the symmetry
That's
of them
one way
facing
to
each
say
other
it.
in this shot.
Yes.
What can I do?
Charles's Bible. The tie that bound his ghost. Some essence remains upon it. For now, it will do me.
So, Spectre's any kind of essence of life that you can seemingly take some kind of energy from rather than sapping it from the living, but only for a short while. So it's got that kind of... It'll eventually end, so they need to keep on the lookout. So you can see there she's got a bit more colour in her. Oh, but it comes with its risks. Let's get the shit out of him. Yes, Derek, that is in fact Iron Brew 1901.
I feel better.
Look at you. At us.
I know.
Figured with our protagonist being a Scotsman
wrong. I'm
and
glad
us
you're
playing
here.
in the 17th
Glad you're
century,
back.
thought I'd go back and get
Truly.
something from 1901.
The living should not truck with the dead.
And it hits the spot
I've
very
known
well.
that since childhood. I learned the hard way.
You never told me this. What happened?
It was a lifetime ago. Now, it doesn't matter.
He's still hungry for more life.
He's still hungry.
I'm hollow. As if I were filled with emptiness.
So the essence Charles left on his Bible was useless.
Consuming his tie did make me feel better. But I'll need more. Much more. We should talk about what happened. After the meeting house, I mean.
So I just fell in the sea.
After
That's
the
all I know.
nightmare killed you, she held me a moment longer. She mocked me. And she let me fall. I waited for the rocks to claim me, but instead I hit the sea. Part of me wished to embrace it.
I think I felt you at this point. I remember the despair in your voice.
I called to you for a long time. Struggled in the waves till the tide brought me ashore. I woke up in a cave. Been rescued by a young woman named Seeker. A witch's apprentice. She was proud to tell me that. Her mistress had sent her to take care of me.
Witches rarely show themselves. Intriguing that one would help us.
We should go back. Derek, I got this from Farm Foods. They seemingly always have it in stock, so pick some up. Actually, there was only 2 bottles left, so... But, enjoyed it. Worth the price. We should go back to New Eden Town.
I think we should go back to New Eden Town.
I agree.
We have unfinished business with this
free me,
nightmare.
I believe we must reclaim my body.
And we should probably
I
bury
refuse to be
our
this
lover.
way. I'll not abide it.
I'm so sorry, my love. How can I help?
I'm a ghost. You're a banisher.
I'll not banish you. I cannot untear. So you die. You can't ask that of me.
If that's what I wanted, you'd have no choice.
But you don't wish it, do you?
Not before I've had my revenge. Not before I've seen the nightmare defeated. By you and me both.
That's the interesting kind of conversation, the dichotomy me and my wife had when we played through this the first time, is we kind of put ourselves in their boots. So in my mind, I was thinking, right, if I'm Red, you're Antair, you died in that situation, would I do anything to get you back? It kind of has that Last of Us moment where it's like, yes, Joel obviously could do everything for mankind, but at the same time he looks at Ellie as though he's his daughter, and you would do anything to protect your daughter, no matter how many people you would have to sacrifice. That they're your child, they're your daughter, they're your family, they're your loved ones. So it's kind of this like interesting conversation as we go through the game, and you have the side quest, the main story, and you have to make very much big, strong moral decisions. It's pulling on those strings of they're kind of good, they're kind of bad. There's a little bit of grey area in there, but the benefit of that is I could save the person I love. So is that the right thing to do from my own personal circumstances? And it creates a really good back and forth throughout the whole narrative. So you can see here you've got, could I bring you back? Could I give you your ascent, which is kind of let the spirits just go to heaven as such. And then the banishing element is send them to hell. So there's the kind of like the three options. For this particular trophy playthrough, I am specifically going to be looking at bringing her back.
In the schoolhouse.
In case you think any of my choices are harsh or unfounded, they're not necessarily my decisions. It's for the trophy at the end of the playthrough.
The ritual of lesser palingenesis.
Lesser palingenesis.
It's extremely difficult. Highly
this always reminds me of the tale of Darth Plagueis from Star Wars.
You'd teach me.
We learned to cheat death.
I'd bring you back.
Red. It's an ancient ritual. It requires power. It consumes essence in large quantities. We're talking about human sacrifice. Murder.
Murder.
Just maybe we could consider it. I mean, if there's the slightest chance I could bring you back, I'd take it.
It's a dark ritual, Red. It's tempting, and that's dangerous. To think of being back in your arms. I'm tempted too.
Yeah, and then it's that interesting conversation of realistically, like, you'd say no, why would you do it? It's horrible, bad things need to happen. But then if you were in that situation and you had an option to bring back a loved one at the loss of somebody who you don't know, you don't care about, they're just another person or creature out there, you don't know if you wouldn't consider it. Survival kicks in. Or we could give you your ascent.
Could I give you your ascent?
That would be the simplest solution, but not the easiest.
Why?
My body is my tie.
Still need that body.
And the nightmare still holds it.
In the meeting house, but before she let me fall, I swear she dared me to come back.
She's as devious as she is powerful. She won't just hand it over.
Then what shall we do?
If we are to return to New Eden Town, we must first learn more about our enemy.
Charles said nightmares don't appear without good reason.
Yes. We have a mystery to solve. Witches to meet. People to find and questions to ask. And then you'll help me go. One way or another.
I will. I swear it, Mother.
Rest. You need it. I'll stay close.
Ooh. Unveil. So what's this? Antair can allow Red to see the world from the other side of the veil and uncover ethereal elements such as spectral stains or webs. In combat, Antair can deal increased damage to possessed corpses. So we've got 2 levels. Let's see, maximum health boost, essentially. On the other side, we've got each enemy hit by a light attack increases the damage by light attacks. That seems pretty cool. So that's our kind of skill tree. But the premise we've got there is essentially we need to get back to Antair's body. And that's the crux of the game, is we're going to go out now into the world, meet people, explore, do some collecting, fight some enemies, build our skills, typical gameplay mechanics, while we get a great story, great fun gameplay as we chip away at it. Upgrading your equipment. Shelters allow you to upgrade your inventory. So here's the shelter layout. So you've got, again, every time you rest, very Dark Souls, all the enemies will replenish in the area. Evolution is the skill tree we just seen. Fast travel, we'll come into it later on. And then the inventory. This is your typicals. There's our gear. You've got your outfit, your saber and your firebane, rifle. Spoilers. Your health potions, your bane ring, brooch, wristband, and amulet. They're Antea's things. We'll get to them in a bit. The points down the right side tend not to really matter realistically when I was playing through it. So if we look at our outfits then, upgrade Red's clothes. So you can see there's your typical upgrade skill tree as it goes all the way from rare all the way up to the relic, rudimentary. So upgrade to common. Just brings our stats up, and you can see there now there's some of the things that we require. So I need 1 scourge accretion. I've got plenty of leather already, which is great to upgrade the clothing. We'll go with the bane ring. Upgrade the bane ring as well for Antea. Cha-ching. And we can upgrade. Actually, we can upgrade all 3, which is great. There you go. There is a trophy attached to having all of them upgraded at once and equipped at once as well. And all these little collectibles you find throughout the game. So you can see there's Cordor and Askew and Rory's set. Which one's better? That one's actually better, so I'll equip that one for now. Slightly different visuals, and they're little collectibles you just find throughout the game, scattered. All these tying up. But I've got that trophy. I'm purely here for the playthrough, so we don't need to hang around too much with that. We can just get straight back into it. So big things happening then. Find an exit.
On to New Eden, whichever way it lies. We'll need provisions. Going for the basics.
We'll manage. Together.
So you can see now Antea is with us. She's up ahead.
What the hell happened here?
She often does that. She jumps ahead, jumps around, which works really good for gameplay dynamics. But as it said, we can change into her at some point, which is probably going to teach us now. Let's have a look. Demonologist notes. Yep, stuff on demonology.
I see no bodies. Maybe the wolves took him.
Can you not see the symbols on the wall?
No.
Take my hand. I want to try something.
What symbols, Antea? What symbols? Let's we go over here. There you go, triangle. Ooh. She kind of channels her essence through Rory.
Is that possible through our bane rings?
They allow us to connect the invisible and the incarnate. Through this bond, what I see I bestow on you.
So there we go. So you can see now I'm Antea, and I can see the ethereal side of the world.
Made of spectral stains.
Let me.
So Rory, just a rock, but in the other world, it's actually covered in spectral residue.
All these years, the things we must have missed.
The dead hide more from the living than we thought. This is going to be helpful.
Absolutely. And this is where the kind of investigation mechanics come into it a bit more. Because you've got 2 sides to it. It's almost like puzzle solving.
Shabby rituals.
There's some demonology going on down here. I always kind of run around as Antea because I feel like she's quicker.
Something's here.
Burn away. Got no chests. Pieces of 8. 58 pieces of 8. Some spectral dust.
Not today.
So
we can fight them together.
We can indeed. So if I switch to Antea, you can fight as her as well. She pretty much just punches, along with some spectral powers. But you'll notice when you fight different enemy types, her powers, kind of like Pokemon in a way, they have like different. So she's stronger against spectral creatures.
We did it.
We did.
Certain weapons of Rory's
I
are stronger
wasn't much
against certain
use.
types.
You were. I promise.
You just have to jump around
We'll
and
get better.
figure it out.
Things will get better.
I mean, once you're dead, things have to pretty much get better, right? Let's find our way out of this cave. Now, first game playthrough, I would have gone around all of there, explored all this stuff up here. There's another chest, but then focusing on the main story. So if that's what you're here for, you're on the right channel. Again, don't forget to check out the rest of the channel. We do loads of things. We recently played Gears of War as a retrospective look. I played James Bond, Spec Ops: The Line. Richie's doing Zelda. Absolutely everything, along with modern current stuff as well. A bit of Helldivers action in there. But you'll only find that all out if you click like, subscribe, ring that bell, so you are kept in the loop with everything. And if you're looking for weekly gaming news, you're also in the right place. GamerGuild Podcasts.
That Spectre. It's heading for that corpse.
Every Monday. Oh, we were too late. Spectre's gone in the corpse. Possess and interruption. Spectres may attempt to possess a corpse. You can interrupt a possession by attacking them before they reach it. So essentially you've got to be quick, or they will possess a bag of bones. And if they're a bag of bones, it makes them harder to beat.
You're on your own here, Red.
So there, he's going for a possession. No, you don't. Oh, he's going for a possession as well. No, oh, no, you don't.
Ask for help if you need it.
The whole region's crawling with spectres. It's not just New Edentown. What happened here for the veil to be so thin?
War, invasion, or colonization of a land that's vulnerable to haunting.
I like a bit of rabbit, but these are off.
That'll be why the wolves haven't eaten them.
Yeah. Let's look for signs of life in the forest.
Hunting gear. Perhaps our trappers are nearby.
You took yourself up there very fast.
That might take some getting used to, for both of us.
Where did she go? She's right up on top. Antea acts as quite a good guide, actually. She kind of always hops to where you need to be. It's like a good marker of the direction you should be going.
Perhaps, if they had talent or training.
What if someone sees you?
Unlikely. If they had talent or training, they wouldn't have needed us Banishers. These witches you mentioned must know something about the nightmare.
Aye, but can we trust them?
Well, witches only involve themselves with people if they absolutely have to. Yours must have good reason. I think I see a crossing. Over there.
Signs of civilization. Lucky me.
A bridge. But is it a bridge too far?
Nice place. Wolves and spectres aside.
Don't you have wolves and spectres in the Highlands?
Aye, but ours have the courtesy of letting me catch my breath between fights.
A blocked path. You don't have the required manifestation to unlock this path now. Switch obstacles are marked on your map. So if we look through, you can see there's these kind of big roots. And Tyr can get past them. They're kind of held together through some nightmarish curse. This is where the Metroidvania style elements come into the game. If we look at the map, you can see there's creeping ivy. So essentially there's a little pocket of the map there we can't access yet. However, as the game progresses, you can come back and there'll be extra bonus points and combat fights and storyline quests that take you down certain paths. It's a good way of keeping the map contained into smaller pockets rather than it just sprawl out. So that works really, really well. Time to explore. And the bridge is broken.
Bad news. The bridge is out.
And we'll find another road to New Eden.
Strange. I see stains, but not the usual kind. There's a pattern to them. Don't you see it? It calls to me.
I see.
I've strong ankles, but at this height, I'm gonna make it.
Oh yeah, I've fell from a similar height, and yes, I did sprain my ankle. So that's a no-go.
Over here. You can...
And up and down we go.
Calm down.
Those stains. I could have grasped at them had I been stronger. It's hard to think clearly. The hunger is back, and it's growing fast.
Already? Right, let's find something to sustain you.
Let's find some essence for Antir. Right. Oh. Yeah.
This isn't over yet.
Oh, wolves.
They're getting meaner.
I'm right here, you know.
Ends of the earth. Hungry the hunters.
There's someone inside.
Ah, camp. Brilliant.
Someone tainted.
Tainted. Ooh, that's never good.
Ben, you're back.
Not Ben.
Beg pardon. Thought you were someone else. You hungry, friend? The stew is thin enough, but I'd be glad to share.
Kind of you to offer, lad. But no, thank you.
Been a while since I've seen another human's face. You come from camp? You a hunter?
Of sorts. Red McCraith. I'm a banisher.
Like in the stories. Jacob Lind. I'm a trapper. That's a real job.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here? Had you nowhere safer?
The woods are kind to them as knows 'em. We hunt here. When we get pelts and meat, we trade in New Eden. But game's been scarce. We've naught to trade, so we wait. When even the wolves are starving, you know it's going to be a bad winter.
This isn't winter though, it's just kind of stuck. How long have you been here?
How long have you been out here alone?
Dunno. I lose track. And I'm not alone. God is with me in the scriptures. Would you like me to read to you?
Another time, perhaps.
Yeah, not now, we're a bit busy. You do look tired, but I'm just going to ask you who's Ben. He called me Ben when we came
Who's
in.
Ben? Another trapper?
Hi, the best of 'em. Taught me all I know. He's out now, but he'll be back.
Where has he gone? The bridge is down.
As down can be. Can't cross. Bad things lurk in the shadows. They scent flesh. Game's low. Game's low and Ben's gone. He'll find game, he will. I know it.
He has a lot of faith in Ben. What lurks in the shadows?
What lurks in the shadows? Is that what keeps you here?
That and the fog. Can't hunt if you can't see. Ben shoots better than me. Knows the woods better too. I'd only slow him. Only slow him.
All right.
Where did you meet Ben?
We found each other. Brothers in spirit, he said. He's been good to me. Too good. Why?
He's important to you.
Aye. And me to him.
He's lost his nerve, or a ghost has taken it from him.
So I always like having Antea here. So when you like question people, she gives you almost like a inner monologue that you don't say out loud, but it extends the conversation. You look exhausted.
You're
lad.
exhausted. Unsurprising given how tainted are these woods. Are you sleeping?
Need some iron brew.
I don't like sleeping.
Keep you going. Don't
I
like
see
sleep.
things.
Oh.
Bright eyes in the leaves. What does tainted mean?
Marked by ghosts. Haunted. Tell me of your nightmares.
One nightmare. Always the same one. Ben has it too.
Would you care to share them?
No. No. Tis a nightmare. Nothing more.
So yeah, seemingly everyone in the town of New Eden. I was Ghosts of New Eden. Everyone in the town of New Eden seemingly is haunted by
Get some rest.
similar nightmare.
You need it.
If you see Ben, tell him I'm thinking of him. Tall lad, even when he's lying down. Can't miss him.
Poor child. He's shrouded in spectral stains.
Haunting cases. You started your first haunting case and you must investigate the ghost that haunts Jacob Lind. Okie dokie, so we can investigate and look. Find traces of the ghost so we can see he's haunted, the whole area looks haunted. Let's see what's about. So, I'll do the first one so you guys get a vibe for it, and then as the main story continues on, we won't do all the side missions, but this is the kind of quality you're looking for in one of the side missions. So Jacob's reading Genesis 9, and God blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth and fear... Don't need to read that. He's reading Bible verses to obviously calm himself. You can see the side mission contents there. That's locked, can't get in there yet. So let's have a look. Inspect the rug. Or the bed.
Do you sleep here, Jacob?
Ben sleeps here.
Yeah. It's
I
covered in
don't sleep.
maggots.
There are maggots in the bed.
Now, I've stayed in some travel lodges and poor hotels in my time, but never quite reached the level of maggots. What have we got over here?
Your meat's turning, friend.
Food scarce. We might do.
Whatever haunts the boy spawns maggots. We should talk to this Ben fellow.
Yeah. Let's go see if we can find Ben. Find Benedict Stoughton. Maggots on your meat, dude. Like, wrap it up, do something. Put it in a box. Oh, there's something here as well.
Are these Ben's things?
Most of them. Not the rope. You can have it if you want.
Kind of you. Thank you.
Don't mind if I do. The steady rope we used to climb cliffs. And then if we're paying attention, that's how we're going to get down and break our ankle.
We're trappers, not hunters. We had the gun for safety, but it got damp. Doesn't work.
Damn. Could have done with a rifle. Alright, let's head back out then. So Ben's gone out on the hunt.
He's so confused. I doubt he knows what year it is. What happened to him?
Maybe his mate abandoned him.
So this is one of the first early missions when playing it with the wife, where you were kind of going back and forth of like, yeah, maybe Ben's just left him.
Quick missed.
He's gone a bit
Spun by a
loopy, it
ghost after a
seems.
violent death.
Are him and Ben lovers? Lost out here in the woods? We don't know.
Get lost in quick mist, lest the spectres get you.
Wise, but I see no other way. Either Ben was lost in the mist, or he's the source of it.
I do love a drop into the deep unknown. Can't see further than the end of my arm down there.
Don't worry, it'll affect your other senses too.
Whee. So in the mist.
Oh, this quick mist is thicker than a Scots Dragoon.
A Scots Dragoon.
Smells
no
almost as
idea
bad.
what that means. I'm guessing it's crotch. Derek, if you're still in the chat, let me know. But then this is where, again, puzzle-solving mechanics come into a little bit, and take and see.
That's better. And a little terrifying. Something's concealed.
Something's concealed. Around here. There is, it's a collectible actually. Voices in the Mist. It's one of the last collectibles that I took when they were the playthrough. It's just, yeah, it's a readable option. Nothing to concern was with this side mission. If you do want to find the source of the mist, just kind of follow the flow where it's all stemming from. You can see in the wind, it's like the general direction. There it is.
Do you see that? It looks like the fog is coming from those odd-looking stuff. Hold on. I think I can rid us of the quick mist.
Yeah, just...
How?
Well, I'm partly made of the same stuff.
Just gives it a big backhand. Yeah! Clear. Although it does breed enemies, so let's get to it.
I'm sorry. I didn't know that would happen.
Got away with it. Let's find what caused it.
You mean, let's find out who died?
Oh, hang on a minute. It's a little spectral
traces of a
trace.
struggle.
An echo hangs on it.
No, we know what we can do with echoes. We can listen to them. Reveal an echo using a hearkening ritual. Scots Dragoon.
Reunius vat aster himi.
Some Celtic, I'm guessing. Oh, here's our echo.
I can't do it no more.
Oh, Jacob's down.
On your feet, Lind. We don't give up.
I've had enough. There's no way up. There's no way down. For days we've eaten nothing but boiled shoe leather. I'm done.
We don't give up.
Leave me be.
God be damned, I'm sick of carrying you!
What are you doing? Don't hurt me. I hate you. I hate you!
Ben died in the fall.
Wow.
And now his maggoty ghost is back to haunt the friend who pushed him.
Did Jacob lie, or is he delusional?
Is Jacob delusional? Did he really forget what he did?
Maybe his guilt got the better of his reason. We need to find the body, if the wolves haven't gotten there first.
So let's go find out. The body. You would have thought it'd be down here. Oh, there we go. Is it pushed from up there? Yeah. Oh, it's not our body. Find Benedict. Find Benedict. Can I go in that cave?
Oh, a shine on a short stick.
Nearly jumped then, even though I've played it before. There's a body.
Bloody hell. Lad's been torn to pieces. No, wait. He's been carved with a knife. For his meat.
Still no tie. At Jacob's hovel.
At Jacob's hovel. So Jacob Lynn killed and ate his companion, Benedict Staunton. There's poor Benedict, sliced and diced. The plot thickens.
Jacob was eating meat.
Jacob was eating Ben.
desperate, starving boys.
Sometimes you must do what it takes to survive.
Now, that seems crazy, but survival cannibalism is definitely like a thing. Like if you go look it up, any instances in throughout history where people have kind of been in dire straits, there's a good example of, I think, a whaling crew who was stranded back in the possibly the 1900s, maybe a little bit earlier than this, 1800s. I had to take a swig because I picked it up. Who were stranded on a boat, and they ended up basically voting down who to eat, and they ate them, and then some of them survived. There was the ones who were lost. I think was it a plane crash in the Andes, I think, somewhere possibly, and some of those survivors ate them. There was a whole trail of people who left from, I think they were actually due to go west from, funnily enough, Newfoundland across to aiming for California or somewhere on the west coast of America, and they did the same thing. They got caught in the snow. They ended up eating them, not themselves. That's not possible. I mean, you could chew your finger off, but yeah. So it is a thing in a survival scenario. Do you eat a fellow human to survive? But then the deeper question, I guess, is do you kill them? And was Jacob's intentional or not? And is it the right thing to do? Uh-oh. Quite easy, these bad guys in story mode. Don't know what that was. There's a random sound clip there. Come on, upper body strength red. Let's get back to this lad. I was going to say, I keep thinking that wolf's going to come to life. Ah.
Watch out! Spectre possession.
I'm trying to
Not gonna stay down.
use it. There we go. That wolf did come to life. Right, we need to have a word with our dear friend Jacob.
Let's look
Oh,
for
there
our
he is.
tie while Jacob's outside.
Yeah, while he's out there, seemingly none the wiser, let's sneak inside and see what we've got. Here we go. It's a bowl and spoon, a hand-whittled wooden spoon and bowl used by Jacob Lind. This tie is doused with the essence of the ghost. Once the closure has been served, the ghost bond to the world. The essence will automatically be consumed by and tear to make her stronger. Those bits of meat. Those chunks of meat.
I think I found our tie. How did I not notice it before?
There were so many spectral stains, it's a wonder we found it at all.
Can we get in that box?
Come
Yeah.
on,
No.
let's talk to Ben.
Oh, Ben's in here. Where I guess where his body parts remain. Make a manifest ritual. Force a ghost or spectre to appear. Imagine if the spectre came back and he was missing like a limb as well. Don't try this at home.
The ghost won't be able to resist my singing voice.
And
No,
here's
not
our
Jacob.
dear friend Ben.
Who's you?
Ah, Ben. Ben.
My name is Red McCraith.
A Scot. You?
Antea Duarte. We're Banishers. We can help you.
I'm beyond help. Where's Jacob?
How long were you in the woods for, lad?
How long have you and Jacob been out here in the woods?
Some winters now, but this one, it never ends. No way out, no way in. We were alone, not an animal in sight.
know when things changed. We got stuck. These godforsaken woods.
So they got trapped here for quite a long time, it seems.
You tried many times to leave this place.
I tried and failed. Week on week, month on month maybe. We went in circles. The woods are tricky, sir. Treacherous. Mean. Round and round we went. Round and back again.
Jacob said you both had nightmares. The same nightmare.
Aye. And yet we got no sleep. Couldn't tell truth from fantasy. The shadows seemed to flicker at the corners of our eyes.
You can imagine the delirium that'd send you into. Starving, lost, no hope.
We know what befell you, Benedict. What keeps you here?
He does. He waits and waits and waits on me. He'll not face what he has done, and I cannot go. I cannot go. But I'll not hate him. How could I?
Push you off a cliff. He seems to be a good liar. He seems lost. He does seem a bit lost if he's waiting for Ben to come back.
We thought him lost. In mind and reason.
Who'd not lose their mind? Stuck in place for weeks on end, deprived of a living, deprived of a life.
It's called Lockdown 2020.
Though I denied
We've all
it,
been there.
I saw it coming. I became wary. Some part of me knew what he was thinking, 'cause I was thinking it too.
Oh, so he was gonna kill Jacob and eat Jacob. Again, it's that thing. I feel like it used to be in cartoons and stuff when they'd be stranded or movies and you're there, and at some point you kind of just must look at the other person and be like, oh, that's it. It's in cartoons, isn't it? You know, when they're stranded somewhere and the cat or something will get really, I say the cat like Sylvester or Bugs Bunny or something like that, they'll get really hungry and then they'll start to picture the other character as like a giant leg of ham or something like that, or a Tweety bird to turn into an actual roast chicken, and they're like, what are you looking at me for? And it's that hunger, that desire to urge. Like, I wonder if humans at some point must just look at another human and go, I'm gonna eat you. They're just gonna do it. Especially obviously you're not related. I think the chain of events is usually like, it's the creatures you can't relate to. So it's like the chickens, the cows. Then it's ones that you've got an emotional connection to. It's the dogs, the horses go first. Then it's people you don't associate to. So it would be people you don't know. And then back in these days, it was probably like the slaves first, unfortunately. Then it would be like hierarchy probably. So it would be like, friends, acquaintances. Then I guess you would maybe draw the line at family. But who knows what the human psyche does when it's pushed those limits. And how do you pick between your favourite family members, and then at what point did you start? Do you eat yourself to survive? I've seen Bear Grylls drink his own wheat. Just saying, very weird. Do crazy things. Or do you just throw yourself off a cliff and be done with it? Although that didn't work in Red's case. What do you want from Jacob, my ghostly friend?
What do you want from Jacob? Do you seek revenge?
I seek no vengeance. He is I, and I am him.
Why do you not confront him? Why not show yourself?
I did. He thought me alive. He showed me steak he'd scavenged. He was so proud.
It's gone delirious.
He offered me a share.
Oh.
He needs to face the truth. To accept what he has done. To both of us. At night, he'd read scripture. God would mind us if we were good and honest. Jacob taught me that. We were good. We lived honest lives. We kept to ourselves, minded our business and no one else's. So tell me, Banisher, what did we do to deserve this?
You didn't really.
This was not God's doing. Another powerful entity is at work here.
New Eden is cursed.
Then God has forsaken us, and we are doomed.
So no more to say to this, Ghost.
Thank you, Benedict. Perhaps we'll talk again.
Perhaps we shall, Banisher. Perhaps we shall.
Jacob must confess.
Oh, his denial runs strong.
His denial runs strong. He must have loved Ben very much.
Yeah, he's kind of lost the plot. So he killed Ben, ate Ben subsequently, and then when Ben came to him as a ghost, he offered Ben a meal made of Ben with a side of vegetables. This guy's gone totally off the rails.
Oh, there to you, Jacob.
Oh, there.
Mr. McCraith, sir?
He seems like such a polite young man, too. Have you tried leaving recently, Jacob?
You were struggling, yourself and Ben. Why'd you not leave?
Leave? No, can't leave. This here is home. We trap here, we eat here, we tan pelt to leather here. Our lives are here. Can't leave.
Did you not try the river? The fog had to lift sometime, and if you stay, you'll starve.
We have enough. Thanks to Ben.
Literally thanks to Ben, because that's who you're eating? Or thanks to Ben because he used to bring you food? You did try to leave. You had an argument. Oh, I guess we can call him out. We've seen the echo.
Ben wanted to leave. You argued. Remember?
Ben's out and about right now. We don't argue, you know. One time, a storm caught us napping. Sidelong hailstones and everything. We was lost. But we found our way. Even then, Ben never said a word in anger. Even though I slowed him down.
Has he lost his mind? Or is he tricking with us? I can't tell.
I think his mind's gone a little bit. Let's tell him the truth.
I'm sorry, Jacob, we must talk. Something has happened to Benedict.
What? Where is he? What happened?
Come on now, Jacob.
If something's happened to Ben, say so. Where is he?
Oh, you know. Shout out to Lee in the chat. Evening. Thanks for stopping by. Evening? So evening. I'm not used to doing these late on a night. Afternoon, Lee. I hope you're having a good week. But yeah, it's a brilliantly beautiful game. This is my final playthrough. One more time, just to get that last trophy. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you're good. Right. You need to remember. Should we just call him out? Like, dude, you did it. Stop lying to yourself.
Day after day, you woke hungry from your nightmares. You tried to escape and failed many times until you broke. You killed your friend, Jacob.
What? No.
Nah.
No, that's not what happened. Leave me be.
Oh, but something happened, did it?
Aye. That's what you said to Benedict before you pushed him off the cliff. But that's not all, is it?
Gulp.
You killed Benedict, then you ate him. You were starving to death, yes, but you made your choice.
You're not real. You're not real. You're a monster.
Oh, we're the monster. Let's not make it too harsh on the lad. He's clearly cracked up a little bit. Let's tell him we can just end this now.
Benedict lingers. End his suffering. Face the truth.
I failed him.
There we go.
I failed Benedict. I was so angry. He kept pushing me. We argued, and I couldn't think. When I saw him lying there on the ground, lifeless, the whispers said,
"Get the ketchup."
It was him or me. Him or me. I would have died. I should have died. For my sins, I deserve no better. I failed God. I failed my friend. I'm a monster. I deserve no mercy.
No. You're just a sinner, begging for help.
See the chunk missing from the back of his head. Brutal.
We both faced a choice. simple and awful to kill or to die. You struck first, and here we are.
Do you forgive me?
Imagine if he went like that, his hand missing 3 fingers where he'd nibbled them.
Our fates are in the hands of others now.
Kind of a non-answer, Benedict. But
Yes.
Here we go.
Banisher, do your job.
Do your job, Banisher. Do your job.
If you're to come back, if we're to use the ritual we spoke of, this is when it starts.
Red, if we take one step along that path...
Jacob is ready to die.
The others won't be. We'll tell lies. We'll harvest the essence of the living.
I'll shoulder the blame. As the man says, we face a choice, simple and awful. Do we kill to be together again?
Or do we part forever?
We must decide now.
Here we go. Closure. You've reached the closure point of a haunting case. As a banisher, you must decide. Blame the haunted inhabitant, ascend the ghost to heaven, or banish the ghost to hell. Each choice will have consequences specifically on the way for Red and Antair to evolve as a couple. Remember, if Red wishes to bring Antair back to life, he must blame the largest number of living settlers. So this is how it works with the haunting cases then, is you have to make a decision, and this is why I'm here for another playthrough, because in my first playthrough I got one outcome, and in my second playthrough I want a different outcome. So if you're watching this playthrough and thinking, Chris, you're making some very harsh moral choices that are clearly wrong, then that's because I'm looking to bring Antair back this time. So we need to harvest as much essence as we can, and we do that by blaming human beings and taking their lives. So you can see here, Jacob, you will sacrifice the settler with a blame ritual. This decision will contribute to Antair's resurrection, since the resurrection ritual will only work if the largest number of settlers are sacrificed. We can let the ghost ascend to heaven. He'll gently ascend from the world, but the decision will only contribute to Antair's ascent, so not resurrection. And if we banish Benedict, not that Benedict's done anything wrong, I don't know why we would send him to hell, you will forcibly banish the ghost to the oblivion with a banishment ritual. This will contribute to Antair's ascent. So basically, send them to heaven or hell gets you kind of like ghost ethereal stuff, but realistically you want human sacrifice to perform a lesser palagenesis, which is the resurrection ritual. So Jacob, let's talk it out. So this is what me and the wife did when we played through it. You're talking it through. I want to bring my wife back. She's died. This guy is not only a murderer, he's also a cannibal. He killed his friend pretty much unprovoked as well. Although he has lost his mind a little bit. Survival instinct, survival cannibalism. If you've never been in that position, you don't know if you would make the same choice. However, we are here to be judge, jury, and executioner in a way. So this time, Jacob Lind, you've been served. Blame.
Jacob Lind, you believe you merit no mercy, but your suffering must have an ending. You murdered your friend, the man you called your brother. You fed on him. Then you denied your part in his ending and bound his spirit to this realm. You can never right this wrong. But the truth and your death will ease his suffering. There can be no half measures here.
And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Benedict, my friend, forgive me.
Kalima! Kalima! Pretty much. There's the essence.
I took the life of a man I loved and ate his flesh. This I deserve.
The ghost fades away.
It's done. You may feed on his essence. I think I need a moment.
Feed on his essence is a weird thing to say
inside.
after we just spoke about cannibalism. Oh, but yeah, essentially that's what we see. I love the end part when kind of like Red summarizes. There's something about the way he says it in his like Scottish accent.
No more
and
maggots.
he summarizes the blame reasons why I've done this, and then passes judgment. It's a very baller move. We can get into his stash. So not only are we going to kill him, we're going to now steal what's left of his money as well. Video game. Right, let's light the fires. Think about what's just happened. So in my original playthrough, I'm pretty sure I killed him as well. Blamed Jacob for the same reasons. He's a murderer. He's a cannibal. He killed his friend unprovoked. That's bad. That's a lot of bad things in a row. Although he was losing the plot a little bit, doesn't justify what he did. And I want to bring my wife back from the dead. So, would you do the same? Let me know in the comments below. And then, of course, this is where the game gets you. As you get into different storylines, different characters, different reasonings, and the morality of it all, you start to question if you're doing the right thing. Is blaming the right people. Sometimes there's a lot of grey area where you think, you know what? They probably don't deserve to die for their infractions. What have we got here then? So this is for Antair. Damage dealt by red increased by 30% on full health enemies. The 4th heavy attack triggers. That's actually quite a good one. And what have we got down here? Parrying restores 15 spirit points. Charged heavy attack is increased. There's some good ones to have. Can't fast travel yet, so I'm guessing we'll do a rest. 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 I do appreciate the little time-lapse animations, because I guess she doesn't sleep. She's a ghost, so... just kind of watches you while you sleep. Creepy.
That man killed and ate his friend.
When I was a soldier, I heard many stories of those besieged eating their own. Some were true.
Famine is a ferocious master. Jacob was hungry.
Yeah, just like you.
Just like me.
I never thought I'd blame anyone. I've not killed since I quit the army. I swore I'd never kill again.
It's not too late to change our minds.
I mean, poor Jacob, we've just killed him, and then we sit by the campfire and go, you know what, we probably won't do that. We made the right choice.
We made the right choice. And we made it together.
Like a team.
No turning back.
Then, so I may have my resurrection, we'll steal human essence.
Don't say steal, it makes it sound worse.
For our own ends. Living, breathing people. We'll be Banishers.
You're making it sound terrible. Oh, okay, here we go. Oath. Red is about to swear an oath to Antair, and together they will choose her fate. Choices you make when bringing closure impact your chances to fulfill the promise made to one another. Remember, you remain free to make any choice you want when bringing closure, no matter the oath you've sworn, as long as you're ready to face the consequences. So it's basically saying you can pick any outcome as the game goes on, but bear in mind, typical Don't On/Telltale style, there may be repercussions. I'm going for resurrection, baby.
Right. That's that settled.
Thank you. I hope you've no regrets.
Well,
soon
tell me
I'll
after I've
reclaim
killed
my
20
life.
people. Yep. Right, let me go sleep and have nightmares now.
We will pay the highest of prices.
We Banishers may call it blaming, but our hearts will know we're taking lives.
You are not making this easier. I'm doing it
How many?
for you. How many? 57.
Perhaps too many to ask of you. I want us back, Red. I want revenge on what killed me. I want to live.
I want it too. With the whole of my heart. No price too high. I will do it.
No price.
By my oath, I swear it, my love. I'll see you back from the dead.
Hungry the hunters. Return to the broken bridge.
Let's go back to the bridge. I feel stronger. Let's see if I was right about those spectral stains.
So then this is where, as Ante is getting stronger, more skills kind of open up, which Metroidvania style unlocks more of the world. The wood folks.
That's it. I think I can jump the gap. Your Bane rings will help. Can you find the place where the stains align?
Yep, certainly can. So now we have the rope. Let's hop down here. Switch to Ante. You can see here, those rings are about to... There they are. If you're in the right spot. And then we get a slingshot. Eventually.
Come with me. Are you all right?
Never better.
And that's how we get some funky traversal in the game. That is a pro tip if you are playing this. Any point like this you see, tie the little rope around it, because when you're going back for trophy collection round later on, it'll cut out a lot of space with some really clever shortcuts. So I think that rope then goes right back down to the area that had fog
Another
before.
road to nowhere. Can we jump this?
Spectral stains out of reach. I've nothing to work with here.
So we find another way. Stupid country.
When we get back to New Eden Town, you can make a complaint.
I shall. I demand a bridge to be built in this area.
That jump was quite something.
Ghosts are quite something. But I feel clumsy. I have no idea what I'm doing.
You'll master it. You've mastered everything else.
I think should be fine.
No way through here neither, far as I can see.
Leap. With Ante, use the leap L1 engage in combat and instantly get close to your target. So it's basically, yeah, it's like a leapfrog. Like you had in Shadow of Mordor, Shadow of War. You had that kind of like spectral jump. You found a cluster of spectral activity as a Banisher. It's your job to eliminate the threat. Ugh. Just a pile of bodies in the floor.
Spectres have gathered around. Why not force them to appear?
Why not? So we get to perform the third ritual. Summon a Scourge. A collective group of monsters.
I summon you now!
Sounded desperate.
What do you see? Anything useful?
You have the wrong ritual, Chris. Do this all the time. So, because there are scourges which are essentially the same thing, But apparently this one is to force a ghost to appear.
Corrito Skal.
Standing by.
There's more of them.
Oh, right there.
Ready and waiting.
So you can kind of see how Antae's attacks sometimes compared to Red's differ on the enemy.
Call on me.
You kind of have to just jump around and balance. See which fits. Some of them have kind of like spectral shields. Some of them respond better to the rifle.
Look to me.
Oh, there's our big guy. The Alpha what? Alpha Tormentors.
Blasted pest.
I always save my boost for that one. Oh, he's got some good strength to him, this guy. Oh, he's firing at me. Ah, damn it. Has he got arms?
What do you see?
Well, he doesn't anymore.
Anything useful?
That was a nest. The nest is gone. Find a way to the other side. Don't have my rifle yet, so I can't shoot that hangman down.
I feel a draft.
From the invisible. There are stains. If they line up, perhaps we can jump.
I'm sure you can. Just try to be gentle this time.
Here.
That's high.
Trust me.
Here we go. Whoa.
Yes.
Remind me to close my eyes next time.
It's just going to be sick every time we do the spectral jump. Whoa!
Those balls.
Are you all right?
I'll be better right side up. What happened?
Rope trap. Jacob Lind mentioned a hunter's camp. It may be close. Something's there.
Something
Look at that view.
alive.
Maybe not.
Yes.
Oh, relief.
Brilliant.
Well, look who it is. It's that lady from the town.
Who are you and where did you spring from?
I've come from New Eden Town.
That's a very long way from here, sir. Who are you?
My name's Red McCraith. I work for the selectmen of New Eden Town. I'm a banisher.
Didn't you and the other one die in the meeting house?
I fell in the water and the tide took me. I survived. Up to now, anyway.
I've never seen a banisher before. I expected more.
Could I please continue this conversation with my feet on the ground? Easy now.
Stop your jiggling. Hold still, I said.
You try holding still when some lassie's shooting at you.
In that case, Banisher, you may escape the trap yourself.
Wait, what? No, come on!
Our camp lies downhill. I'll wait for you there.
Come back here. Shite!
Well, there's an introduction. What a nice lady.
I don't suppose you can help me, can you?
That was entertaining.
ha ha.
It's good to see you smile.
Wait. Something's there.
Something alive.
No.
Bollocks. Knock knock. Oh, who is this fella?
A bone walker. It's shite.
Uh-oh.
You can do it.
Could you climb the rope, do you think?
Please.
Here we go. Come on, Red, on your feet. It's bone walker time. Ah! No, they are usually a bit harder. Again, playing the story mode. But when you hit them, after a
Ask
while...
for help if you need it.
They usually put the defences up like that. And you need to
This
do
isn't
a
working.
charge attack to break the defence. There we go. Down. Do you leave me anything? Oh, there's a chest. There's a fancy chest. Alright, let's reach the camp.
Signs of life ahead.
Is that down in the camp? Signs of life, that's good. That's all I've seen today so far is death, death, death. Oh, here's some more.
Great! More fun.
I was not ready.
This must be the camp the rope lady talked about.
The rope
Doesn't look like much from here.
Who was she anyway?
Some species of huntress. She took no liking to you.
Hard times like these, fewer folk will help a stranger.
No. Almost didn't see it there.
Fortifications. Grim face is not a good sign.
So rest and restock, then onwards to New Eden town.
Ah, there we go. Let's go get our...
Come up.
Go
I
talk
wish
to
a
the rope
word with
lady.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Oh,
you found
give her a
us
slap for
safely,
leaving
Red
me there
McGrath.
hung up a tree. Could have died.
Aye. Well, thanks to you.
I had to know you could look out for yourself. You're welcome to stay until you're told to leave. I'm Kate Newsmith. Far as you're concerned, I'm in charge round here.
Okay. So, Kate is related to Thickskin, which is the lady we
Newsmith.
met at the cabin who stormed out with a
Anything
rifle.
to Thickskin?
Aye. We're sisters.
Me and Antea, we met her in town when we first landed.
Thickskin will return from the hunt soon enough. Sorry for your loss, by the by.
Why do I need to leave?
Why might you tell me to leave?
He who don't pitch in, pitches out. We'll
Fair
not go hungry to feed him that don't contribute.
Better than killing you for food, I suppose.
Oh yeah, we don't want another Jacob on our hands. My skills may be of use.
All right, I'll stay a while. I have certain skills, if they may be of use.
Our hearts are low. Nightmares plague our sleep. Do what needs doing, help who needs helping.
Well, give me some names.
Prudence Hake. A widow, like so many. She cooks. Lately she's cooked shite. He who puts the food aright is a hero indeed.
Okay, so the chef's crap. What happened to the town?
How fare's New Eden town? I'm heading back that way.
You're mad. There's no going back. There's naught to go back to. We may be all that's left. New Eden town now is naught but sorrow, pestilence and death. Some of our band were homesick. We heard them screaming in the woods. They didn't come back. Something wicked prowls. Folk dream of a murderous beast that'll kill them if they dare to leave camp. There was a second group. They never arrived. Some think the beast got them. Like I say, we may be all that's left.
Guilt, dread. She puts a brave face on it, but the truth is in her eyes.
Aye, I'll make the rounds. I'll pay my respects to Widow Hake and see what's the bother.
If you can't find Prudence, ask Jane. They're close. Also, please check on our blacksmith. His already meagre skills have lately declined.
Talk to Jane, talk to Prudence, check the forge, talk to anyone who needs help, which is probably everyone.
Blacksmith's rubbish,
Right.
chef's rubbish.
Got it?
A chef cook.
One empty cabin remains. A tree fell on it. But you may have what's left. Welcome to the Dark Woods.
The Dark Woods. Right, so the Bone Walkers, ask about the Nightmare, ask about the Beast, what's weather on here. So there's a beast in the woods. We'll ask about that for context.
Tell me about this beast.
Though we've heard it howl, none have seen it. We've heard screaming too, and those who've travelled on have not returned alive. We hope against hope that they've found their way to Boston, as we must, if we're not to starve. But our dreams say they did not.
There's really no way out.
We can live here, on the edge of starvation, keeping our cheer as best we can. Or we can die in the woods, prey to a drooling beast. We choose to live.
Okay then.
I'll take my leave of you for now.
Rest. You'll need it for my sister's return. I'll send for you.
Right, so her sister's the lady who runs the place seemingly alongside her.
She seems to like me.
Let's find your cabin and see how much.
Well, she did say a tree fell through the roof. Right, so find our shelter. So, and it's got crows outside it, of course. So what it looks like is when Antair got killed by the Nightmare in the school and the meeting house, we got flung out of a window. I'm guessing everyone in the town goes, crap, the Banishers were supposed to save the day. They didn't. We need to get out of Dodge because it's only going to get worse. Nightmare's getting bigger. Monsters, creatures, spectres, whatever. Everyone's fled. They've gone in two groups. This is one of the groups. They've arrived in the woods and they've started making, obviously, a rudimental town to survive. They daren't go any further because of this supposed beast. The second group's been left behind. Who knows? But seemingly everyone's just down, depressed, scraping scraps.
I've slept in worse. And it smells better than Jacob Lynn's lean-to.
Yes, at
The
least we know.
worst thing about Jacob Lind was not the smell.
Yeah, it's the fact he's eating people. Another letter from Evelyn to Elizabeth. Something over there. Bible. Key to Trapper's Reserves. So this is the kind of open world nature. You find like little clues that can open up little things along the way. Like I'll find a chest 10 minutes around the corner and that key will be the key to unlock it. So it gives a little bit of like back and forth. Follow the clues, that kind of stuff.
Now we won't freeze. I won't freeze.
Yeah, ghosts can't freeze, can they? And we'll rest at the campfire. Anything we can do? Yes, we can. We've got some skill points. For switch on to right after you block to trigger a punch attack. Defeat an enemy with heavy to reduce the next damage. That sounds good as well. And then in the inventory, what can we upgrade? The wristband for Antair. Upgrade that as well. Can't upgrade the next one. That's all well and good, right then. So there we go. We've got our campfire. We've got our new house with complimentary tree on the ceiling. What we need to do, realistically, is head
Right.
out
Let's go make ourselves useful.
and make ourselves
If
useful.
the nightmare is at work here, they'll need us.
So let's have a look at what we've got so far. So we've got the options of one haunting case over here, one haunting case over here. We're not too sure. Inventory, our evolution is the skill points. So far, if we look at the wider story, we've landed in New Eden Town. We went to the meeting house. We saw the nightmare. We got shot out into the Atlantic Ocean. We found the cannibal dude, Jacob. And then we've now found the little village, which has got the townsfolk who have fled. And then the haunting cases so far. You can see we've done the trappers with Jacob and Benedict. But you can see there's quite a few more in the Dark Woods. There's only one in New Eden, which is our good old friend and mentor, Charles and Esther. And this is kind of the way you can see the game laying out, the map laying out as we go through the story campaign. I think for a first video segment of this Platinum Trophy Run playthrough, I think we'll pause there. It's going to be broken up into segments. I'm not going to do it in big, massive chunks, so at least you can digest a bit easier. I can enjoy it at a steady pace. After all, it's the last trophy I've got to do. I'm just going to keep chipping away at it. This video, of course, has gone up exclusively for members to start with. I'll put it up to the public in due course. Of course, members, you guys do get it early, so if you do want to support the channel that extra little bit further, do consider clicking join below if you're watching after the fact. Of course, don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell so you're kept in the loop with all the other great content we do here on youtube.com/GamerGuildTV. The extra support, even just helping us out with the algorithm, really, really helps. Tune in every week on a Monday for the Gamer Guild Podcast, where myself, Richie, and Rob get together to round up all the week's video game news for your listening or viewing pleasure here on YouTube, and it's also available up there on podcast platforms in those digital clouds. We do appreciate all your support. Check out our weekly live streams. Join us in the Discord. We've got lovely, lovely like-minded gamers in the chat. We also have a merch store, so if you want some wonderful merchandise with the Gamer Guild icon on, it's there. But thank you very much for checking out Banishers Ghosts of New Eden with me. I absolutely adore this game. It's probably my game of the year so far for 2024. Looking forward to playing the rest and getting that juicy, juicy platinum trophy. Remember, everyone, play wherever makes you the happiest. My name's been Chris, and I will see you on the next one. Goodbye.